Hello everybody, it's Soleil. I have been making lots of bag topper embellishments. Now I am going to show you guys all of these eventually, but I want to share with you guys how I went about it. So when you do a lot of paper crafting projects, you get remains such as these long strips. Now these long strips, I have many, and I was wondering what can I do with these strips because they are pretty pattern paper. So I have decided to turn these into bag topper embellishments. And so I've decided to make them into 5 3/4 inch wide and 1.5 inch tall. So you can easily turn a 12 by 12 strip like this into 2 pieces of the bag topper embellishment. So I'll show you what else I did to make it more interesting. Instead of, after you cut it down to the right size, instead of just leaving it like this and adding things on top, I decided to add some more texture, such as I had this lace, and so for example, you can add any type of trim or lace on top of the strip of paper like this, which gives it an interesting background. Or I even used this snowflake trim. This is from my friend Tanya at Sunflower Dragon Queen. It is really pretty, and I added one of this as well, which you will get to see. So for example, you just add it on top of a pattern paper and it looks so much prettier. Then I also had this special gold glittery mesh, and this is actually a wide ribbon, and this was gifted to me, and I've been using this for many different kinds of projects, but this also adds a special touch to the embellishment. So if you put this mesh on top of a white background, you see all those gold speckles, and it is really, really pretty. So I want to share with you guys what I have made out of all my paper strips. So first off, I will start off with this one. And also, I must tell you, I have been using a lot of the word sentiments that were quite long. So these will be really great to use on your scrapbook page layouts. But if you're making embellishments, they're often hard to use. But if you use it for the bag topper embellishment on a long strip like this, it is perfect way to easily decorate it. So I had this long acetate piece that said, "Hey Sugar." So this one was this birdie paper here from Maggie Holmes, backed with this mesh. And then all I did was add the "Hey Sugar" acetate piece on top and stitched it through. Then I finished it off with all of these bling stickers and the gold hearts. And I really, really love this. Then I had another long word that says glamorous. So this was a really thin, glamorous word. And for me to be gluing adding glue to the back to add on to this, it will be a really tedious job. So I decided to add on the piece of strip of paper, I added the snowflake trim here. Then I added the glamorous word on it, put it on the top. Then I just stitched it through all together. So it's nicely held on there. Then I added which one did I use? Icicle stickles to make the glamorous word really sparkly. Then I finished it off with some of the puffy stickers that I had. This one says "You Go Girl" and it's got those eyelashes. And I love this one also. Then I also had this long strip of ribbon that was left. So it's like the little tiny piece that was left and I didn't know what to do with it. So I layered that on top of the snowflake trim here. And you can see the snowflake peeping out from the top and the bottom, and it made it a really interesting background. Then I added this "Hello Happiness" and some 2 different flower ephemera pieces. Then I just stitched it through all together. Then finished it off with some of these lovely gems, and I really, really love these. Next lot is that I had these really happy color words, and they are pretty big, and so these were perfect size to use on these strip of papers for these embellishments. So I had a bright one and a happy one. Then I also added these bow die cuts that were gifted to me, and then it just completely went together with the writing so nicely. And for this one, I added this lace here. And then finished it off the middle part of the bow with some different decorations. Then I also had another large piece of wood that said bright, and I think this was from the Maggie Holmes Sweet Story collection, where there was a 12 by 12 sheet filled with words, and I have turned them into many of the bag toppers or shaker bits before, and I still had this bright word left, so I decided this time to add the icicle stickles on it to make it all glittery. Then I added this chipboard next to it and also used this cherry acetate piece on top of this mesh, and it all looks so nice. Then I also had this word lovely and a Christmas one. So the lovely one, I completed it very simply by adding the word on top of the lace, then added these two bits here and finished it off with like 3 little gems at the bottom. Then I had some of these Christmas fabric ruffle trim, and I added that onto the orange strip of paper. Then I just simply added this large yellow piece, and then I added this one of these flare buttons of the polka doodle girl that was actually gifted to me in one of my challenge, and I just thought it was perfect because I had this long Christmas word, so I am going to use this during Christmas time or Christmas in July time. Then here's another one with the star ruffle trim, the fabric one, and then I just layered several different pieces of pineapples and the matcha latte cup here, and I added this puffy sticker here and 3 different gold sparkly gems to finish it. And also there is a fairy girl one, because I had to use this fairy girl because she had like a gold sparkly foil bit on her dress and the bow. I needed to find something else that was gold, and I had this word bonjour on this long piece of word, which I didn't know how to use. So by putting it on all together with these ephemera pieces and stitching it through, it just was a really nice and easy thing to do. Then I have also been creating some snow and cocoa embellishments because in my Christmas 1-year celebration giveaway, Marla had sent me some snow and cocoa, different ephemera pieces and tags to work with and some pieces of paper, and I have been using those collections to create many things as I can, which I will share the rest in another video. So this one is a snow and cocoa theme one. So the background is also the snow and cocoa paper, the reindeer paper. Then I added this mesh on top, this glittery mesh. Then I fussy cut the little cut apart pieces of the snowman, added the icicle stickles on their scarves and the hat, woolly bit at the top. What do you call this? Pom-pom bit at the top. Then I have added some icicles next to it and finished it off with some hearts. So there's one. Here's another one with the fussy cut snowmans. I just gathered them next to each other. And then also use the sparkly, glittery purple stickers that my friend Bethy has sent me. And I've just put greetings when finished it off with lots of little gems. So please make sure you don't throw away any strips of paper. You can easily turn these into something magical like this, easily. So don't throw any of the strips of paper. Turn them into bag topper embellishment and you are good to go. So for example, if you have something like this, like a clear cellophane bag, you can always, close it off and just add something, add one of these embellishments to the top, and it's complete. That's how easy it is. Thank you everyone for being here, and thank you for looking at what I've been making. Bye for now.